In 1693, a Scottish pirate blew up the English navy. Not because he was at war with England. He was just a really bad shot. But that cannonball didn't just sink a ship. It created the Bank of England, invented national debt, and changed the entire global economy forever. To understand why a pirate created the Bank of England, you have to understand how desperate England was. In 1693, King William III was fighting a war against France, the most powerful country in Europe. And he was losing. Not because his army was weak, because he had no money. The crown tried to borrow from merchants. Nobody would lend. Kings had a habit of borrowing money and then not paying it back. By 1693, England was functionally bankrupt. They needed a miracle, and they got one from a pirate.
William Paterson was a Scottish merchant, adventurer, and depending on who you ask, a pirate. He spent years in the Caribbean and the West Indies, where he made a fortune through aggressive maritime commerce. Paterson had a grand vision. He wanted to build a colony in Panama, the Darien Gap, that would control trade between the Atlantic and the Pacific. It would make Scotland the richest nation on Earth. It failed catastrophically. Thousands died. Scotland was financially ruined, and Paterson was blamed for everything. So he did what any disgraced former pirate would do. He went to London with a new idea, and this time it was even more dangerous.
Paterson's proposal was simple and revolutionary. Instead of the king borrowing from individual lenders who could be cheated or executed, create a single institution, a bank. The public would lend money to this bank. The bank would lend to the government, and the government would pay it back with interest, funded by taxes. In 1694, the Bank of England was founded. The government raised £1.2 million in 12 days. In exchange, the bank got the right to print money, manage the government's accounts, and charge interest on the national debt. The bank was privately owned by shareholders, including William Paterson. The pirate who blew up the Navy had just invented the modern financial system.
Here's the part nobody tells you. The Bank of England didn't just solve England's money problem, it created a new one. The government could now borrow money forever, because the bank could always print more. That £1.2 million loan in 1694, the UK national debt today is over £2.5 trillion. The same system, the same mechanism, powered by the same idea a pirate proposed because he accidentally blew up the Navy. Every central bank in the world, the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, is a variation of what William Paterson sold to a desperate king in 1694. The pirate didn't just invent the Bank of England, he invented the world you live in. William Paterson died in 1719, largely forgotten. The bank he created still stands. The national debt he invented? Still growing. It started with a pirate who couldn't aim a cannon,